Hi, Almira.
Hi, Adam.
How are you?
Good, thank you.
Good.
How has your week been?
I am in dire straits. I've got serious DOMs, and I went through my first workout where I nearly vommed for the first time. I would like to publicly apologise to rope climbs. I don't mind.
You really hurt rope climb's feelings.
I have. So for this week's Metcon was 15, 12, 9 for 5 rounds, calories, and double dumbbell thrusters.
Right.
I scaled plus. I needed to leave the gym to get some fresh air. I had a couple of people going, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "I'm really, really not okay." So I'm going to put a more concerted effort into learning rope climbs, and I never want to see double dumbbell thrusters ever again.
What about barbell?
Again, I think 2 dumbbells make it way worse, and I stand by that conviction. However, thrusters generally, I've got random tricep DOMs.
Oh, I thought you were going to full stop there. I've got random tricep.
Yeah, random. I've got them, but I've got random tricep DOMs from dumbbell thrusters. Yeah, workouts have been a lot this week, but yeah, I'm resting now for a couple of days. But yeah, it's been a lot. What about you? What's your workouts been like?
I didn't train much this week. I think I only went Monday, Tuesday. Didn't do Wednesday or Thursday. Trained with my friend on Friday and did open gym today. But Tuesday's workout made me contemplate quitting CrossFit forever. It was that bad.
Why?
I'm going to circle back to what you said. Fuck the apology to rope climbs because you had rope climbs. So it was like 2 minutes on, 2 rope climbs, 6 burpees, I think. And then you have a minute rotate to another station, and then the other station was weighted box step ups with a 15 kilogram plate, and then ground to overhead with the 15 kilogram plate as well.
Okay.
And then you do that for AMRAP 2 minutes, and you switch 4 rounds. Rope climbs, oh my gosh, they killed me. They killed me. Towards the end, my hands were burning. I was like, my gosh, I literally feel like I've burnt my hands off. And then on top of that, my back was in agony. Because obviously, like, I don't want to pull myself too many times.
Yeah.
So what you're trying to do is jump as high as you can, get your legs as high as you can. So at this point, I was like this. And then, anyhow, it was just such a stressful workout. Round 3, I was just thinking, I cannot carry on with this. Like, that was so hard for me. Towards the end, I just felt like I just wanted to go outside and vom as well. But then also thought I never want to go back in. Yeah, honestly, it was such a horrible workout.
Do you know what's really weird with CrossFit? Because rope climbs don't come up that often, but when they do, they just muller your hands.
Don't you do rope climbs often at your gym?
Not really. Every now and then.
Because in my gym, they come up all the time.
I think I was saying this last week. We haven't had deadlifts for a while. They've appeared 3 times in the last 7 days in different forms. So maybe we're manifesting the fact that rope climbs are going to come back up again. No, so it looks like we both had a trying week.
Yeah, this
It's
week
been hard.
has been tough. This week has been tough. So we're talking about CrossFit ICKs.
So for those people that maybe aren't from this region, that don't know what ICK is.
Is it solely around this region here?
I don't know.
that.
I think there are parts of the UK that don't use the term ick to describe something.
Okay, so it basically is like a pet peeve, something
It's
that
like
annoys you.
You just want to do a little bit of a vom in your mouth
Like makes
every
you
time you
gag.
see it.
Yeah.
So Elmira put out a post about what are your top 3 icks from CrossFit.
Yeah.
You've had some feedback.
I did have some feedback. It's quite a mixed bag.
Okay.
So let's start with chalking up for a row. So when you see people
Do people do that?
all the time.
What at your gym? Do they do that? What for rowing?
So you probably have never noticed, but just look out for it because you will see that people are doing that.
I don't understand. So people are using chalk to get on the rower? Is it because there's barbell work coming up?
It could be, but it's like a known term. Like, I did a video for my Instagram where we just messed about with them, like using chalk for a rower. But you will see, I think people's hands sweat maybe. Maybe when
Yeah.
you're rowing for a while,
Yeah.
and maybe if you're doing 5K or
Maybe.
whatever, your hands get sweaty. Maybe people want a bit of grip.
I've never heard that
Or
before.
if you naturally have sweaty hands, maybe people prefer to chalk up for a rower. No idea. Like, I personally don't do it, but I have seen people do it.
Maybe I'm just super unobservant, but yeah, that's new to me. Okay, all right, that's a strong no. But obviously, it's
Each to their own.
It's totally
but
dependent.
I can see the ick there.
Strong no if possible. But yeah,
I can see
sure.
the ick. The next thing we've got is it's a big one.
Go on.
You ready for this?
Go on, hit me with it.
Fist pumping, ringing the bell, and when it becomes someone's entire personality, soz.
Okay.
This is such a legend. Whoever wrote this is a legend.
So someone's got a problem, which is okay, and we're going to unpack that for them on their behalf. So they've got a problem with fist bumping. I quite like a fist bump.
I think it's not like a problem, it's just like an ick, isn't it? Like they don't like it. They just think early, it's just a bit too much.
Right.
I don't think that's quite a problem, because I didn't ask like, what do you hate? I think I just said what gives you a nick.
Yeah.
We still do it, but it still gives you a nick.
Well, they can choose not to do it, but what would they rather?
How would you not do it? Say if I'm coming up to you like this, well done, Adam. Are you just gonna be like, get away from me?
Yeah.
You're gonna be like, yeah, okay, fair.
If you want to
like,
take it to the street, you can chest pump instead if you want.
yeah.
Okay.
Or high five someone.
I'd much rather a fist bump than a proper
Hug.
sloppy, slimy hug at the end, which I know Bonnie and I at our place, we usually have a slimy hug at the end, but she's usually covered in sweat and so am I, and it just becomes disgusting.
Yeah,
but you don't do that often. But yeah, I'd much rather that than the alternative. But yeah, I mean, you don't have to.
What about ringing the bell?
I am happy for that person, but I won't participate.
No, same.
I won't participate because I think it's like, unless I only ever did it once or twice at our old gym, and the one time I did do it, I nearly broke it because I rang it too hard. And it became
You
quite
were like,
fragile.
I'm so happy I got this PB.
I know, but it was a 60k split jerk, which that was really cool at the time. So yeah, I'm happy for them, but I won't participate.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Yeah, same.
Best wishes to them.
It does also give me a nick, but when I do see people do it, I do clap and like,
Yeah.
well done.
But it's always
then-
symbolic, isn't it? Because when it happens,
Yeah.
people just applaud.
Yeah,
It doesn't
yeah.
matter what they're doing.
Yeah.
it's
So
really
and
cool.
the next thing is when it becomes their entire personality.
I get it, but it's not like it. For me, it's about how long you're at the gym for and how much you're really committing to it. Again, I'm happy for them, but equally, most people aren't at their CrossFit gym for more than an hour a day, really. Obviously, we know people that do spend longer than that, but yeah, it's each to their own.
A couple of other things like wearing a belt for every single lift and wearing knee sleeves for every workout.
Right, okay. I think some people are scared to use their belt because they're scared how it's going to look. It's going to make them look weak if they're using the belt all the time.
You know, wearing belt is like giving myself an emotional support. Like my belt
knee
is
sleeves
my
do that.
emotional support, okay? Knee sleeves, my belt, my lifting shoes.
Yeah.
It's nothing but the emotional support.
Do you know what? It's so funny you say that. I was talking to Mary yesterday and she was looking for her knee sleeves. She couldn't find them. And she was like, Adam, I'm after emotional support because that's what they gave her.
Yeah.
So if it helps you and it helps you get the lift,
Yeah.
what's the problem?
Yeah. But I do also think that you shouldn't be relying on these things constantly.
No.
And if you do get used to wearing knee sleeves constantly, if you have an injury or if you have bad knees, fair play. But if you're just wearing them for no reason really, but it gives you a bit of spring up when you do your squats or whatever, I do think it's not a good habit to rely on it because without it, you might not be as efficient. And
No.
if someone is using it, let them. Like, they're obviously doing it for a reason. But I think
You be you.
yeah, exactly. You do you, because
Yeah.
at the end of the day, no one knows what else is going on. Like
You do you, baby cakes.
baby cakes,
Yeah.
babes. So the next one we've got is clicks, like CLIQUES.
Oh, of people. Okay.
So clicks. I think
For
we
newbies,
spoke
I can see
about
that being
this.
intimidating.
Yeah, we spoke about this before, but yeah, it's a big thing. That like I can see how that would be off-putting and
Yeah,
give you a bit of a nick.
Because CrossFit boxes tend to be very social spaces.
Yeah.
And if you're new, that could be quite intimidating.
Yeah. Or if you're just introverted, but it does make it a bit difficult to approach a group than a person.
Yeah, because what you often find, and like you could take it from a psychological stance if you want, but they often wear the same stuff. They often talk the same way, and it becomes like you don't really understand what they're saying a lot of the time, and you can
also
feel
they've
quite
got
alienated.
inside jokes, inside conversations that
Yeah.
you don't fit in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do get
Yeah.
that, and that's really hard to, because you do kind of want the sense of belonging, don't you? When you join CrossFit, you do kind of want to belong.
But you'll find your people.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I understand that clicks are really hard to
Yeah.
get around for sure.
So the next thing is rep shavers.
Yes, I've done this before. I'll openly admit it.
Fair enough. So someone actually sent us a really interesting story.
They did.
That they have come about in the past. But then, coincidentally, my friend also was reading a book, and this similar situation came up in the book as well.
Yes.
That happened in some other gym, somewhere else. So, should we kind of
Let's read the story.
let's read the story, and then link it to rep shaving and see what we think about it.
Okay, so thank you, our anonymous messenger. So, a gym owner didn't believe a member's score, so watched them work out on CCTV to count the reps. Is this an invasion of privacy, or has the gym created a culture where scores matter more than the truth? Or should they call out the member because it is unfair for other members?
There's so much to this.
Let's unpack, because I think, honestly, someone needs to get a life.
How is that? It's not that deep, is it?
It's not that deep. It
Like,
really
who
isn't
has
that deep.
time to be like, oh, so and so didn't do 21 reps, so I'm gonna go on CCTV, watch the whole workout, sit here and count their reps.
Yeah, and also, if you want to entice people into CrossFit, you don't then bring them into the office and count the reps they were doing.
Yeah. Also, we can't count
No.
anything over
I
7
can't.
reps. We can't count.
I can't count. I can't count.
So
when I'm in the box.
I'm recently in the habit of not counting my reps because I don't put a score on board. I just put smiley face because I just can't be asked with it. If the coach is basically suspecting a member of shaving reps and going on CCTV to watch all of this, doesn't mean they hate that member. Like, surely they don't do that for every member. Like,
No.
do they do it for every member?
There's a sense of there's a distrust between the coach and the member.
There must be some beef. You wouldn't do that for every member.
No.
I would imagine some coaches just don't give a shit. Why would they?
I think someone takes their job far too seriously, because you're there to uplift members. You're not
is that
there
personal?
Well, possibly. What, to me?
No, personal to that member
I
who
was about to say.
No, we're talking about that
Yeah.
scenario
No,
where
no.
I would take that as an attack.
Yeah, it would make me feel really intimidated, really
Yeah.
uncomfortable, and it would actually prevent me from going in the gym again.
100%.
Yeah, 100%.
Because there might be reasons why that member, at the end of the day, that member might have been scaling the
Yeah.
workout,
Yeah.
for all you know.
And also, it's not the open and it's not a comp.
Yeah, but even if it was, it's not that deep.
No, it isn't. It isn't. But in those situations, you would have to count the reps. When you're doing the workout, I don't know about you, but I sometimes go by feeling.
Yeah.
It felt, that felt like 10. I'll move on.
Yeah, I agree
And
with
that's
that.
when I'll probably, that's when I probably have rep shape. But I'm trying not to do that so often now. But it would feel really intimidating.
Is it that they shaved their reps and they lied on the leaderboard? Is that what happened? Like, did they say, I don't know, they only did 10 reps, but they lied about doing 17 reps? Like, the thing is, though, if this person is shaving reps on purpose because they just can't be asked, then lying and writing on the leaderboard saying that they did complete the full workout, but when they actually didn't, then that is an issue, but not that deep for the coach
In
to
the
go
grand
and
scheme of
check.
things, does it matter?
No. But also, how does it hurt other members? How does it affect other members? No one gives a shit, really.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care if you're shaving reps. Like, it doesn't change my life in any way.
No. At our gym, for example, on a Saturday, you might have 32 people in the same class. And if you've got someone who takes their reps really seriously, they're going to take that to heart. But that's a them problem.
Yeah.
I just think it's really, as we say in summary, it's really not that deep.
No.
And it does bring to question loads of questions around
The coach.
sort of privacy, the coach.
Yeah. And then what kind of conversation goes on?
What are you coaching
Yeah.
them to, like, how are you instilling any sense of confidence in them by interrogating their reps?
Yeah, exactly.
Strong no. But thank you for messaging that in, because that is...
It must happen in more
That is
places
happening.
than
Yeah.
we imagine. You know what? I'm now thinking, like, has anyone ever thought that about me? Has anyone just thought, there's no fucking way she finished it in that time?
Of course they do. They'll think that about me, but I don't care.
Yeah, but we know that you shave reps, so
I don't care.
he's a rep shaver.
I don't do it like, and with the double dumbbell thruster workout, I went 15, 12, 9. By the end of it, I was doing 8, 8, 8 just to survive it, because that's what, and
Yeah, but
other
did
people,
you lie about it?
No.
Exactly. So that's different, isn't it?
I will
That's not
always,
rep
I will
shaving.
always say
That's
if I've
not
done it
rep
or not.
shaving. That's scaling. Rep shaving is like when someone's
That's just a very important
lying.
distinction.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that's really important to remember, is when you lie about your rep, that's rep shaving.
So when you say you've done a number of reps and actually you haven't.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, that's a very different thing.
Yeah.
But still, it isn't that deep.
It's not that deep. It never is that deep.
No. You're there to, if you feel you've worked hard and you've scaled accordingly, because scaling equals progression, and that's what should happen, then that's the most important thing. Everyone's on an individual journey, as it were.
True. So this thing pisses me off as well. Talking while the coach is talking
Yes, please stop.
really annoys me as well.
Please stop doing
Like,
that.
I try not to, but you know, some people just come over and want to have a conversation, like, whispering like something, like,
Yeah.
but the coach is speaking, and I feel rude not saying anything back, but also feel rude to them, and I'm like, just stop it. But
Please stop doing that.
yeah, so I don't like it.
No.
I think it's rude,
Yeah.
and also it's inevitable that members are going to ask a million questions after the briefing anyway. But if you're not listening, you're just going to be out of the click. But then, to be fair, when the coach is briefing, for some reason, my mind just leaves my body.
Yeah.
Like, where do I go?
Because you're there because you've used your brain all day.
Is it why? Is that why?
Because you've used your brain in the same way I have. We've used our brain all day. We want to be treated like we're 6 years old. We want to be told by the teacher, coach, this is what you're doing.
Yeah, that's true.
Please
actually,
do it that way, please.
Yeah.
And you're like, sorry, can
So
I have
how many?
more?
Yeah. How many?
Yeah.
6 burpees.
Yeah,
How many?
Yeah, exactly. So then I have to, yeah. So, yeah, please don't do that, because it is disrespectful. But also, like, I don't know about you, I find it, because our gyms are so busy and there's bars dropping everywhere, I sometimes find it difficult to hear.
Yeah, well, that's true as well.
So when someone's going in that ear, and like, you just want to go, please be quiet. I'm trying to listen. Thank you.
Yeah.
Best wishes.
Yeah. Please don't be talking at the same
In
time.
summary, please stop.
We've got a CrossFit police, of course, because without this, there would be no ICKs.
Hello, CrossFit police.
Not hitting movement standards.
Okay.
I mean, like, is it like doing burpees and not putting chest to the ground, doing press ups, not putting chest to the ground, not squatting below parallel? Is it like those kind of? Someone else said hip crease not below the top of the knee in a squat. Keyword below.
Again, guilty. I think for some people, they just struggle with the mobility of it. And so I find, particularly when it's heavy and you want the rep to be over and you're not in the open, you are just going to get the rep done. However, that's something to work towards, isn't it? But some people can get really picky about it. I get told sometimes it could be a little bit deeper, legs could be in a different place. I was doing wall walks on Tuesday and I'm trying to get them to open standard. 14 rounds in a partner. So you had to do 7 rounds of 60 single unders, 10 deadlifts and 5 wall walks. So you're doing that for 7 rounds. So by the time you got to 7 rounds, you are trying to, but your body's fatigued. So you're not always going to get to that standard. And obviously CrossFit will test what you're like under fatigue and all that stuff. So yeah, I get why the police are like it, and I get why coaches want us to be to that standard, but sometimes you're tired. Mobility is a problem, so you're not always able to do that.
And I think with movement standards, it's like, it's not that deep. Like, if you don't,
That should
nothing
be-
is that deep.
that-
Like, it's not that deep. We should have a sign behind us that says
It
it's
should be
not
the
that
title
deep.
of the episode, honestly. It's not that
Well,
deep.
it's not as deep as my squats, okay?
Well, no one's going to get to that
Nothing
level.
as deep as my squats.
No. Do you know what? I will never forget the first time I saw you do a front squat, and I was like,
Was my ass touching the grass?
pretty much. And I was like, ankles. That's what I was looking at.
Ankles.
Looking at ankles. But yeah, no, not everyone has the same ability as you.
Yeah, no, that's true. And
You have very good
and
ability.
that's not expected from everyone. But I think with movement standards, they try to coach us to the open standard, which I get it. Like I think if you can get in a habit of doing it properly, safely,
Yeah.
and then you should do that if you can. Some
Yeah.
people just can't.
But that's how you push yourself. But some people can't do that.
Some people can't, or they don't want to do that. Okay, so if they don't want to, just let them be.
Yeah.
It's not that deep.
Yeah.
Like you don't want to be looking at them, hating them because they're not hitting the standard.
I forgot to say earlier, I PB'd my front squat on Monday by a whole kilo.
PB's a PB. What weight did you get?
I got to 81.
Damn, boy.
Yeah, so I'm 86 kilos.
So you're getting
I'm
to
getting
your
to my body weight.
weight.
That's that. I was doing 3 reps at max weight. We were gradually progressing. Lucy Campbell was coaching us on Monday, which was
How was it?
lovely. She is so nice.
Is she?
She's really, really nice. I was trying to get to depth, but as you can imagine, when you get to a certain depth on the 3rd rep, you do feel like you're about to lose your legs or potentially shit yourself.
Yeah, we did tempo squats. I think we did 3 reps. 5 sets of 3, I think. It was 3 seconds down, hold 1 second, then 1 second up. That was horrendous.
Yeah, pause ones are really difficult.
Yeah, but they're good because then you don't bounce back up.
Yeah.
You just have to... That's what
And that's
really
how I find those ones. I've been doing a lot of shoulder to overhead stuff. I find they help you get to depth because you're getting used to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another thing to add to the not hitting standards is not hitting full extension at the top of burpee. Completing the working sets ascending when clearly says all at an RPE 8 on the whiteboard.
Yeah, but RPE 8 can mean anything to anyone.
No, I think this person means that it basically says that you should be completing 5 sets of 3 at certain RPE, which is like you build to that weight and then you do the all sets at that weight, and people just keep going up throughout all of the sets.
Right, so they're not sticking to 8.
Yeah, exactly.
Right,
they're not
okay.
sticking to the
I understand
programming.
now.
They're basically just ascending at each set when you should be building, then sticking to the same weight for the rest for the entirety.
Each to their own. Move on.
Yeah, but to be honest with that, I agree with that because that's programming. It's programmed this way for a reason. If the coach knows what they're doing.
Yeah, but if you're feeling good,
yeah,
what's the problem?
yeah, but then if you're feeling good, you should get to that weight quicker
Yeah.
and stick with that weight because
Yeah.
otherwise your stimulus is not the same. I see why people would have an ick because that would give me an ick. It's like, what are you doing?
And also, like, you'd have to really be concentrating on what other people are doing to notice that, because I don't know about
Yeah.
you, but I don't realise what people are doing half the time.
With strength, I do. With
Right.
WODs, I don't because
No.
I'm just trying to survive myself in
Sure.
a WOD. But
Yeah.
with the strength, you've got a bit of time when you're resting and just lingering around, chatting. And I do notice some people, but I never say anything because I'm not a coach. I have no qualifications. So
No.
I never say anything.
I think so far in this podcast, we've both established that our qualifications are very sparse when it comes to talking about these things.
Someone else said, circling around, screaming encouragement at you when you're the last in the WOD. F off.
I had this on Tuesday.
What, you?
Yeah.
Were you the last one in the WOD?
Yes, me and my friend James, we were one of the last 2 in the wall walk deadlift workout. I appreciate the vibe, but in that moment, I know I said a couple of episodes ago I don't mind it. In the moment, I wanted the ground to swallow me up.
Yeah, I'll punch someone.
Yeah, because when you're the last person to do it and you've got 5 reps to go, those 5 reps feel like 500 reps because you're already at the end of the workout, your heart rate's through the roof. I'm going upside down anyway, so I can't really breathe. I appreciated the cheering on, but it took for the coach to go, you need to move now because basically I'm going to get time caps. And I was like, well, I don't want that. Thank you. I think I had like 30 seconds spare to go. So I've never done them so quickly, but yeah, no.
Okay, now on the other hand, we've got someone that said, overly judgmental of movement standards. As long as you're working, doesn't matter. We had the CrossFit police saying movement standards not good enough, and this person's basically saying,
Sit down.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm doing my best. I'm working. Okay?
I think what I often find is that those who are in that position don't understand the scaling options that person has taken. So therefore, they are being overly critical of someone who isn't in their position, because this person's
That
usually
makes
an
sense.
RX athlete.
Yeah.
Is usually an RX athlete. It's not like, you're not going to see me going, oh, that could have been deeper. You're not going to see me doing that. But it's usually an RX athlete who's doing it, and that person doesn't understand what it's taken for that person to get to that point. That person might be doing something for the first time and they don't know what they're doing. So quite honestly, they can just sit down and mind their own business if they can. However, I appreciate, because also there is a bit of hypercritical sort of, if I'm really critical of you, you're going to work harder sort of mentality. For some people, that doesn't work. So unless that person invites it, don't do it.
Definitely agree with that. Like, no scale athlete's going to be like, oh, your squats look a bit shit.
Oh, well, your dubs could have been faster.
Yeah.
All right then.
Show me then. Show me.
Yeah, your wall walks could have I know your nose could have been an inch closer to the wall on your wall walks. All right then, move on.
All right, CrossFit police.
Yeah, exactly. I'll go and get my red radar now.
This one is going to be our last one. Coaches swapping your dumbbell for a heavier weight.
I remember this was very well intentioned. So I remember taking the 15s out for a snatch, I think it was multiple snatches from a hang. And my coach looked at me and went, put them back, please, like that. And I went, why? I went, that's too light for you. And I went to go and get the 17 and a half. I think it was the 17 and a half. And I did work harder, but the stimulus was there. So I understand the intention. However, I don't know about you, but sometimes I find I would really like 2 sets of dumbbells with me, just in case mid-workout when I'm really dying or my shoulders are singing. I would like that choice. I do get it. It entirely depends on delivery for me. What about you?
For me, I wouldn't like it if someone just came over and just swapped it. Like, say if I've
Subtle.
got 12 and a half and they just brought a heavy dumbbell, just put it down and removed the other one. If they brought it down and put it down as an option, so I've got 2 now to pick from,
Yeah.
that's different. But if they brought it, took the other one away, I'd be a bit like, are you inside of me? Like, do you know how I'm feeling right now? Like, what is going on? Like, are you in my head?
Yeah. They are in your head rent free. I think it comes from a good place.
It always comes from a good place.
It entirely depends on delivery.
The thing is though, with you, for example, on that day when you picked up the 15, yeah, you can do heavier. But what if you just wanted to do it? You just thought, today is a bad day. I don't feel good.
Yeah.
Haven't eaten today. Didn't have time to have lunch. But I still showed up. I want to take it easy.
I did have it the other way, where we had to do 28 front lunges with 2 dumbbells. And that was midway of the workout. We had like 36 shuttle runs to do afterwards. Picked up 17 and a half, got them in that position. And by the time it got to the end of round 1, we were like, we're 100% scaling this further, because our legs were dying and we still had another 5 rounds to go.
I do think that if the member wanted to take heavier weight, they probably would.
Yeah.
And they will.
Definitely.
I think saying it, maybe suggesting it, or saying it in a way of motivational way, saying, oh, the reason why you grabbing 15, I have seen you do 17 and a half before, or 22 and a half. Don't feel good to fair play. I'm the type of person that needs encouragement. Like, I need to be pushed. Otherwise,
I'll do anything for a well done.
Yeah. I think that, and then there are some people that absolutely hate it. They think, well, I know what I'm doing. I know my body. I know my strength. I know my abilities. So why are you just replacing my weight without my say so? Like, it's my workout, not yours. So I do see from both perspectives how that could be really annoying for someone.
Yeah, definitely.
Because then you're not going to argue with the coach, are you? Because you're going to have to come back and train again.
Well, you can't breathe to argue with them.
But first of all, but then second of all, like, you're coming to their gym to train, so it's a bit awkward if you then have a scrap with them and they have to come back. Yeah. So no one's really going to say anything.
Well, you usually get asked, how does that feel? And if you don't say...
Not mid-workout.
No, but at the end. But you might say, oh, that felt okay, or you might say, absolutely not, but you gave it a go.
I do think that these decisions need to be made by the athlete themselves. Like, if you're up for it, do it.
But like what you just said just now, that if you need to be pushed, sometimes you do just need to be given something and then you work with it. Because some athletes might be like that.
I do think, though, it should happen through they say so still. Because worst thing that can happen is you are pushed to a level of not a suggestion, but you've given it, you have no say so over it, this is it, you work with it, you might get injured. For all they know, your back's hurting, you got a freaking spine issue or whatever, then you're really trying to push yourself to impress a coach, and you got yourself an injury. So you do really have to look out for yourself. Like, how do you feel on the day?
Yeah, because the thing is, injury usually happens through poor form, or it happens because you push yourself unnecessarily.
Exactly.
So
I do think that you have to look after yourself.
listen to your body.
You come first.
Yeah.
There is no one really trying to impress. If you feel good and you think you can do it, then 100% go for it. Because I'm a big believer that you should definitely push yourself in a workout. Lift heavier, burn more calories when you lift heavier. Like, I'm all for it. But if someone is basically pushing you to do something that you don't feel like doing, don't
Vocalize
do it.
Yeah, vocalize it.
Vocalize it. If they're a coach and they're doing this to you and you don't like it, most gyms are super open to feedback. My gym is super open to feedback. They're constantly seeking feedback for improvement.
Good.
And I'm sure yours is the same. So I think there is a lot of space for people to speak up if they don't like something. And people obviously don't like a lot of things at these places. So I do hope that they feel confident enough to go up to the owners or whoever to be like, listen, this is what's happened. I didn't like it. I would appreciate if it doesn't happen again. I think it'll go down fine. Like, I think it'll be fine.
Yeah, I think so. A lot of gyms are very receptive to that sort of stuff, and they're very conscious and aware of athletes that are very capable of doing what they're doing, and those that are pushing themselves to get to that level. And it's the ones that are bridging over that they're trying to push. So it won't be everyone. It tends to be only a select few, if any.
My gym does this thing where they do reviews, quarterly reviews, I think. So they basically sit down one-on-one and they're like, okay, so what are your goals this year? Or what do you want to achieve in the next few months? What are you working on? Maybe you have an injury and maybe you're doing rehab. Maybe you're pregnant and you need to take it slowly and easy. So they get to know you on that level, and they always try to make sure that they don't push you unnecessarily, stuff like that. So when I sat down with my coach, we spoke about what are my goals for this year, how they can help me get me to my goals, etc. So I think that's really helpful, because then it's impossible to know every single member. But if you sit down like this with every single member, then you can communicate to your PTs or to your coaches, be like, right, so this member, I've had a meeting with this member today, they have a huge injury in their spine, just be careful with them, make sure you're watching them,
don't overdo it,
their form, don't overdo it. So I think that's a really good way of preventing injury, and also knowing where do your members stand. Like, okay, she's an skilled athlete and she's trying to get better, so we're going to really push her, we're going to really support her. Or actually, this one is introverted, wants to do their own thing, just leave them to it. Leave them to their own devices, as long as they're being safe. So I think that works really well.
Because I know with smaller boxes, that's more possible, isn't it? Any good CrossFit box will try and get to know you on a personal level as much as they can. Between the coach knowing what you're trying to achieve and what you're trying to achieve personally, that's a good combo.
Yeah, that is a good combo. These are our questions. This is it.
Interesting. So if anyone listening has got anything they would like to bring up for further conversation, let us know by all means via the usual platforms. And we will certainly start unpicking a lot of CrossFit related propaganda in future episodes.